This is Raye Mars, and you're now tuned in to Think Smart 101. This is part 3 of a 3-section video, 7 steps to having a better relationship. Make sure you check out part 1. It talks about the importance of self-worth and understanding who your partner is. Also, check out part 2. It talks about communication and appreciation and how they're fundamental in a relationship. And if you haven't done so already, before you view part 3, check out part 1 and part 2. This is a recording. Now in part 3, we're going to talk about trust, being in the present, and having fun. Now we all know how important trust is, so let's get into it. Trust. It's like a vital organ in the body of a relationship. When that organ starts to go bad, it starts affecting the rest of the body of the relationship. If we can visualize for a moment that these 7 steps were vital organs in the body of a relationship, we can see how trust can affect each and every one of them. So we have self-worth, understanding who your partner is, communication, appreciation, trust, being in the present, and having fun. Okay, let's break this down. Sometimes the trust organ can affect the self-worth organ and vice versa. You may have a situation where a person has trust issues and it's a reflection of their self-worth. Like they may not feel good enough for their partner, or they wonder why their partner is with them and not with somebody else that may be better looking, maybe smarter, more financially stable. So they always have these questions bouncing around in their head. And because of this, it affects the trust in the relationship. This is where you have situations where a person is holding on too tight. They don't want their partner to leave the house. They're wondering who their partner is talking to all the time. They're wondering if they're having affairs with their friends and who are they talking to at their job. They want to check your phone every minute. Want to know all your passwords. Because now they have an fear that you're going to leave them for somebody that they perceive to be better than they are. So you can see how the trust organ and the self-worth organ are affected. Now let's talk about trust with communication. Now we know communication is a direct key to the success or failure in a relationship. We know communication is the substance that powers trust. It's the power of communication in which we build trust. Because remember, communication has 2 components, verbal and non-verbal. The verbal being the things that you say. When you give your word to a person, or you tell a person that you're going to do something, are you fulfilling the words that you promise? Because by fulfilling them, you build trust. Communication dealing with the non-verbal. Are your actions matching up with your words? Are you saying one thing and doing a totally different thing? Are you telling your partner, yes, I miss you so much, but then you never call, you never text, and you never see them? So you're saying one thing, but your actions is not matching up with them. So a person can start to not trust you because of your actions, even your non-verbal actions, even though your verbal actions are saying something totally different. So you can see how communication and trust can affect each other. The trust organ with appreciation. When we appreciate our partner and we show appreciation, it makes our partner feel more comfortable. It makes our partner feel more loved. It makes our partner feel like they're doing something right in the relationship. And in return, it builds trust. Now, when we don't show appreciation to our partner, it can make your partner feel like they're not fulfilling your needs, your desires. They can feel like you don't care about what they're doing. It can make them feel not secure in the relationship. And because of these feelings, they can feel like the options is open for somebody else to come take their spot, because they feel like they're not fulfilling your needs and your desires because you're not showing appreciation. And you can see how this can cause trust issues. Trust and trust. Now I hear some people say when you meet somebody, you should just trust them. And in my head, I'm thinking, why the hell would I do that? When has that ever really made sense? It's just like when you go on a job interview, they ask you for your resume. There's a reason for that. Because they want to see your history. Because they don't know you. They want to know your criminal background. You might be a murderer, some kind of child molester, a rapist. So they want to know all of this before they invite you in their place of business. And it's the same way in relationships. Why should I trust you and I don't know you? Why should I trust you to bring you around my family, around my children, and I don't know who you are? Because face it, there's some crazy people in the world. So now with trust is like a newborn baby. You have to nurture it from the beginning for it to grow strong. This sets the foundation in a relationship. This is the building blocks in a relationship. Right there in the beginning. And this is where a lot of people mess up at. You know, they break their word. Their word doesn't meet with their actions. So from the beginning, a person starts not to trust you. Because you got to remember, you don't know each other a lot of the times. So because of this, you're building a profile. You're building an image for a person. And if you disrupt that image, it can disrupt the trust, which can disrupt the body of the relationship. Trust and being in the present. Now, being in the present, what does that mean? Being in the present means being in the now. The now, meaning right here, right now. Not in the future, not in the past, but right now. Meaning that right now is the only space of time that actually exists, is the now. Meaning that if you're thinking in the future, that means that it's something that didn't happen yet. So it doesn't actually exist. If you're thinking about something in the past, it already happened. So even with that, it does not actually exist in the now. So what happens, you see a lot of people with trust issues, they're always thinking about something in the past or something in the future that didn't even happen. But majority of the time, they're suffering from something that they think is going to happen in the future. But it's not happening in the now. Sounds trippy, right? Kind of crazy. Meaning that you are emotionally suffering, feeling pain, anxiety, fear, or for something that does not exist in the now. Now, this doesn't mean that sometimes people can't predict things or see certain things that can happen. But if you feel like the percent is high that this person is going to cheat on you and you really can't trust them, then you got to ask yourself, why are you in that situation? Let's take a moment. Trust and having fun. When the trust in the relationship is damaged, it's kind of hard to have fun. And the fun is important because the fun brings life. The fun brings memories that stick in your head that you might tell your children and your grandchildren about. You understand? The fun is the things that bring you life. It brings you energy. It raises your spirit. It releases and relieves stress, depression, anger. So now when the trust organ is affected, it starts affecting the fun organ. But when the trust organ is healthy, it's one of the most wonderful feelings. Because you don't have these fears and these anxieties and the uncertainty and all these other different things that's dwelling in the mind. You know, you can go do something and you don't have to worry about your partner. So when you see your partner, it's more excitement there. It's more fun there because you trust them and your trust organ is healthy. I know some of y'all know what this feeling is like, but for a lot of y'all don't know what it is. You don't know how it feels to be free. Have that free love where you actually trust a person and you don't have to worry about them. So every time you see that person when you're away from them, there's excitement there, there's passion there, there's love there, there's communication there. And all because that trust organ was healthy. So you can see how if the body in these 7 steps was organs, how trust affects the overall condition of that body in the relationship. And if we can just double back for a moment, just for all of those who realize that I forgot a vital organ, the understanding who your partner is. Number 2, Well, I kind of forgot it, but I didn't. It goes hand in hand with the trust part, where you basically getting the resume of your partner first and getting to learn them before you decide to trust them. You understand? So it goes hand in hand with that one. For all those who caught it, more power to you. Moving along. Step 6, being in the now. Now. Step 6, being in the present and understanding how it's important to you and your partner. Being in the present, being in the now is the only time that's granted that you can work on communication, that you can build trust, that you can show appreciation, that you can have fun with your partner. And it only takes place in the present time. We have 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your time? Are you just focused in the future? Or are you just focused in the past? Because if you in either one of those, that means that you're not with your partner 100%. Your partner's not getting that 100% of you. They're not getting 100% of the love that they need and the attention that they need and the appreciation that they need for you to show. And this is why being in the present is so important for a relationship. When you're in the present, you're not missing precious moments. When you're in the present, you're gaining information on that resume that develops trust. Because if you're in the future or you're in the past, how can you be paying attention to a person's resume to determine whether they're worthy of your trust? So this is why being in the present is important. The present is a gift, something to be thankful for, something to feel grateful for. And it's not just coming once a year, it's every day. Every day is a new day to be thankful for. Every day that you spend with your partner in the present is a gift. And once you understand that, you learn how to appreciate. It helps to develop healthy communication because you realize that this is a gift given to you and you don't have to have that gift. Step 7, having fun. I don't really have to tell I don't really have to tell you why having fun is so important. Just to be able to make your partner smile, for your partner to make you smile. Like I said before, these are the things that create those moments that get implanted in your brain that you remember for a lifetime. These are the things that reduces stress, releases you from feeling depressed, that keeps you youthful, young, energetic, vibrant. Having fun keeps a relationship alive. Being able to be in the present and never have a dull moment. Being able to talk to your partner hours on end. But one thing you gotta remember about having fun is understanding who your partner is and what type of fun do they like. You might have somebody that likes to play video games, but then somebody likes going to the movies. And it's okay, people have their different preferences, but once you become together in a relationship, you have to know how to be able to satisfy each person's need in a relationship. To be able to have fun, to be able to appreciate the person taking the time to have fun with you. Being able to have fun develops a stronger relationship. It develops a stronger friendship. It develops a stronger bond. It's just like when you have your friends in school. You always hang out with the people who are making you happy. You're hanging out with the people that you're where the fun is at. You understand? Because you're not going to the place where you're always upset or you always stressed. It doesn't make sense because you want to feel happy, right? So when you keep the fun in a relationship, it keeps you happy. It makes your relationship last longer. Well, I had fun doing all of these steps, you know? Relationships are a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Once you find the right one, and you get things going, and you follow the steps, it's a beautiful thing that you can tell your children, your children's children, 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 children. You know? This is the third video of many to come. So make sure you stay tuned. I am Raye Mars. Think Smart 101. Make sure you check out the website. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the like button and leave a comment, because I love the feedback. Thank you for watching. I'm out.